Shalom, shalom. Call HALALYAM La, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone to teach and move well. Peace and salutations be to the hopeful elect. I'm Brother Tazwan Gabar coming at you from the Prophets in Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. I want to get into this quick lesson going into this article that was just released. It says in the news, well, it was posted by Hoodlum, but this is on the, you can find this on the news, any news channel, whatever. Man sentenced to 100 years for killing his co-worker who stole his lunch from work fridge. All right, so apparently this guy's he accused this guy of stealing his co-worker. He accused this older guy, and when you go into when you read the background story on it, it was a 57-year-old guy, and this guy, I believe, was 25, and he found out that the 57-year-old guy had ate his lunch that was in the fridge, in their work fridge, in their break room, and he bought a hammer and he bought some knives from the same store that they worked at together, and they said that he was practicing for it at home. A few days at home, he was practicing on killing the dude, training for the day that he was going to kill him. A few days later, he killed him, and then he ran away. They found him 12 miles away from the kill site. We killed him in the parking lot of their job. They found him 12 miles away from the job, and that's where he confessed. He ran up to a policeman and confessed what he did. You know, his mind probably ate away at him. You know, and he sentenced the guy to 100 years. All right, so with that, we're gonna get right into it, because you see this guy just got sentenced to 100 years for putting his coworker to death from eating his lunchbox, eating the food out of his lunchbox, man. Okay, there's plenty of food. You can go 1 for 4, call him like MILLSTONE. There's plenty of food. You can get food from the store that you're working in at the moment, man. You know, it's not that big of a deal. I don't know if the food was that big of a deal, but it's something that you can replace. It's not something worth killing somebody over. Now you got to eat the same food, which you probably won't like for 100 years, and you won't even live to see 100 years. Okay, but you got to eat the same food every day in prison, and that one meal that you kill somebody over, you'll never get to see again. So it wasn't even worth it, man. It says in the book of Luke, chapter 23 and verse 31. For if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry? Okay, if they're doing stuff like this in the green tree, you got food available to you everywhere. What's going to be done in the dry when there's no food available? You know, what's going to happen then? These people going to tear each other, man. This guy just put a guy to death. He was so mad about it that he trained for it days on end. Okay, they said like 3 days this guy was spent training to kill this man because he ate his lunch. How mad do you have to be for an anger to last for 3 days? You know, something happens to you, you get upset, and you know, maybe an hour or two you cool down, and you're like, you know what, I was just tripping. No, this man had the anger resting on him for 3 days until he eventually finally killed this man. And he looked like a Elamite. He got that tint to him. But, you know, that he ended up killing his coworker, man. And, I didn't bring his lunch back. I definitely didn't bring his lunch back to him, man. In fact, it made things worse. Okay, because now he's got to eat the same lunch for as long as he lives in that prison. You know, and who knows, it may not be long. But it says, for if they do these things in the green tree, what shall be done in the dry? All right, so if he acting like this, well, there's, you know, the food's still on the shelves. So like, yeah, I'm checking out my door. Food's still on the shelves. What's going to be done when an extreme famine come? You know, if people are killing each other now and food's still readily available, and still pretty, you know, you can still get it pretty cheap, man. What's going to be done when hyperinflation comes, inflation comes, then hyperinflation? Okay, and then what's going to be, shit going to hit the fan then, man. People gonna flip out. These people gonna eat each other, man. But what happens when there is no food available? All distribution centers, all access to food is cut off. Now people gotta fight for their food. They gotta find food, you know. People gonna be going straight to the farmers and raiding the farmers, invading the farmers, man. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of invasion going on. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy the houses with the sword and spoil their goods. Why? It says, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. All right, they're gonna be under great tribulation. They're gonna be under great distress. These people are gonna be under great distress. Esau probably already gonna be laying, I shouldn't say probably, but he will be laying heavy draconian laws on the people. And then there's not going to be any food to maintain these people, man. They're so comfortable because food is readily available at any moment. You know, you can, at any moment you can just get up. At any hour of the day, 24 hours, 7 days a week, you can get up, get in your car, go outside, go down the street to a place that's open, that's giving out food, you know. But that's going to come to a halt. All that's going to come to an end. Soon it's going to be a curfew for you to eat. You're going to have a curfew for you to be outside. You're going to have a curfew for, you to have meals. These people are going to be put on meal plans, man, where they're going to be able only to eat at certain times. Food going to be provided at 12 o'clock noon, and then another batch of food going to be provided at 6 o'clock evening. And that's it. And these people ain't used to that. People are used to breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks in between every meal, man. You know, snacking on something throughout all the day long. Okay, these people ain't used to having their food to be rationed to them. These people ain't used to having to find their own food or trying to get it how they live. These people ain't used to that, man. Okay, these people are gonna tear each other. You can see what this guy did for a lunchbox in his fridge, which he could have had replaced in a few minutes. He probably got the same lunch the next day and the days that he were training, but the fact that his coworker stole it, and this was a 57-year-old man, he couldn't even give the guy any kind of leniency. It's lucky he couldn't give the guy some kind of leniency or mercy, or say, you know what, hey, the right thing he would have done was just, hey, I brought him some more food, maybe brought an extra lunch. You'll see things about people doing good things or whatever. See videos and stories about what people would do for others. He could have brought another lunch, one for him and one for the other guy, man. If the guy was hungry, man probably ain't had no money, probably couldn't eat anything. You don't know why he did it, and if it was for contention's sake, then hey, there's ways around that too, man. But to kill the man, there has to be a serious demon on you. All right. But that's why I really want to get into. It says, man sentenced to 100 years for killing his coworker who stole his lunch from work fridge. All right, so that's the kind of times we're in. These people. I'm gonna grab one more before we end off. Because these people are they're ready. They're already on go, man. Their feet make haste to shed blood. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So because iniquity gonna get worse and worse, okay, the love of many gonna wax cold. People gonna stop loving each other out here, man. Okay, because this world is getting so wicked, love is gonna be quenched. You ever seen loveless times? You ever seen a world without love? Okay, it's hard to imagine because the world has always had love in it, but watch how love grows very scarce in the world, man, because iniquity is increasing so much. Okay? The love of many shall wax cold. But hey, with that, I want to give all glory, honor, praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, and QADASH. And I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. I cannot go out to listen to the sincerity. Till next time, inshallah, I do say shalom.